Hi and welcome. You're watching Weekends with Ventura. I'm Vidhata Bhide, and today we have on our show Mr. Juzer Gabajiwala, Director at Ventura Securities. Hi, sir. How are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. So, sir, let's begin straight away with some questions. Because under these uncertain markets, investors are very curious to know what should they do. Suppose somebody wants to review his portfolio at this juncture, what are the factors according to you one should look for?
Whether that actually depends on how long is his holding period. Supposing if I have my investments and I'm want my holding period now will be less than 18 months, then it would make sense that I should start liquidating right now. But if I have a longish view, then I can continue for some more time and hold on to my specifically equity investments. Secondly, also it depends upon where do you stand in terms of your asset allocation and whether you are comfortable in today's scenario with the volatility in the equity portfolio, right? So you need to tinker your asset allocation and move from equity to debt only if you would like to move from an aggressive position to a moderate or a conservative position. And lastly, it also depends upon whether any of your investments there is any fundamental change in the attributes. So what I mean by fundamental change in the attribute is that let us say that I have in a stock. It's an easier example that I have invested in a hotel industry stock, and now with the COVID impact, there will be nearly a 6 to 9 months lag before the business will pick up. So you need to decide that whether you would want to hold on or whether you would want to exit the stock. So fundamental attribute, your asset allocation, and how long are your investments. These are the three main factors for you to review your portfolio.
Correct. So, suppose, sir, I want to tweak my portfolio strategy just to ensure that the overall impact of market volatility does not affect my portfolio. On that front, what would be your advice?
So see, actually, your financial plan should not be tinkered unless and until there is substantial change in your finances. So if your financial situation undergoes a change, then obviously you may need to tinker with your plan. So then your goals could get extended. So if your finances are going to get impacted, you need to do that. And most important thing, what you need to do is that you should become, in the current market, you should become light on your liabilities. Specifically, if they are on the higher interest cost borrowings, you should try to cut down your liabilities. So for that, you could tinker your financial plan.
Correct. Uh, so frankly, right now markets are so volatile and perhaps clueless that one day they are up, another day they are down. Um, Investors might still learn to live with this kind of volatility. But what they should do when great markets start growing? What are the investing options then investors are left with?
I think right now we will be seeing a volatile market because we are completely in an uncharted territory. So your volatility is going to be remaining there for quite some time. But one, it depends upon what is the view a person has. So specifically, if he has a view of a 3 year plus, then he can look at equity investments and he can, but that too also in a staggered manner. So the investment can be staggered over a period of 3 to 6 months when there is some sense of on the pandemic what we may have. And what you mentioned as regards to the debt fund, the type of fiasco which we have seen.
Correct.
So if you have noticed, it was mainly due to the Franklin Templeton when they have stopped their
Yeah.
schemes from being allowed to be redeemed by investors, and nearly around 28,000 crores of assets have been stuck up out there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it has more to do with the quality of the portfolio.
Mhm.
So they had more of unrated and lower rated papers in the portfolios. which as it is also has a slightly less liquidity even in the normal circumstances. The matter got compounded due to COVID-19. The bond market completely dried up, and as they are not able to pay up the liquidity,
Correct.
so they had to stop it. And as an action of Franklin Templeton, it did impact many other fund houses also, but mainly into the credit risk fund category.
Correct. Sir, since right now you have just spoken about the credit risk fund category, I would like to ask you one more question on the debt funds. As you are aware, we have been speaking to many stalwart fund managers over the past few, and we have invited Mr. Prashant Jain of HDFC Mutual Fund and Mr. Nilesh Shah of Kotak Mutual Fund over the last few weeks. Both of them opined that uh, whatever problems are there in the debt fund category, they are mainly related only to credit stress. So, does that mean other categories are okay to be invested in, or what would be your view, particularly on other categories?
So actually, if you see predominantly in the debt fund category, so our view would be is that if you have a time horizon of investment of over 3 years, then it is tax efficient to invest in fixed income mutual funds. But you should restrict yourself to the corporate bond fund and the banking and PSU fund, which has the highest rated instruments, and only they invest in sovereign instruments. So there are like PSUs or government securities. So restrict yourself to that. Secondly, also look at only those fund houses which have not had high defaults in the past.
Correct.
So look at those fund houses itself. Look at the underlying portfolios. Most of the companies, the name should be known to you. Based on that, you can invest over there. If your duration is approximately around a year, okay, then it will also be tax efficient for you to look at arbitrage funds in the current market scenario. So that is what and that is an alternative to liquid funds. So that is what you can look at today.
Correct. Sir, right now I want to ask you a very specific question on market volatility because since markets are down in the doldrums, as I said earlier, they are one day up, one day down, and investors and even for that matter experts have this tendency to draw parallels with what happened in 2002, what happened in 2008. So do you see it's okay or is it comfortable or appropriate to draw parallels and foresee or benchmark what will happen in the future, given the what happened in the past?
What you're saying is true, Vidata. So the current situation, if you ask me, is even beyond a black swan event. Okay.
Yeah,
So this type of a scenario, I don't think that any one of us has ever witnessed in our entire lifetime.
absolutely.
So you could be having, you could talk of depression, you could talk of economic crisis, but this type of a pandemic has not been witnessed by anyone.
Correct.
So, if anyone says that he can, predict something, it is something going to be very foolhardy. Hmm. We do not know how long the situation is going to last, and what is the damage it is going to cause on the economy and on the businesses.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So that only time will tell. So I would not hazard any guess, and it would also be quite foolhardy to believe the so-called experts
Correct.
because nobody has faced this type of a situation
Absolutely.
at all. So, but having said that, however, all the businesses are going to be striving to put in their best. Okay,
Correct. Correct.
all businesses are going to be. It's not that everybody is going to be going to shut down, right? So
Absolutely.
what we need to do is that get away from the perception of fear. So we will have to be positive and we have to be optimistic in our outlook. The most important what an investor needs to look at doing right now are very three important things. He
Mm-hmm.
has to ensure that he is light on all his liabilities. Specifically if
Correct.
you are borrowing from credit card and personal loans.
Mm-hmm.
So if that requires you to tinker with your investments, you should do that and repay your liabilities.
Yeah,
The second
both
thing,
ways.
Yeah, the second thing is that you should follow your asset allocation. So you need to have your asset allocation which you are comfortable with between equity and debt, and then you can decide which instruments you want to go through. The third thing is that you need to ensure that you have a little bit of an extended emergency fund of at least 6 to 9 months so that you are comfortable as far as the cash flow is concerned. So I think you take care of these three things, and I'm sure this pandemic will also pass.
Correct. Sounds really encouraging, sir. Sir, one last question and very practical one. Suppose somebody, mid-aged person, has a time horizon of 5 years and he has a moderate risk appetite. What would be your advice to him in terms of asset allocation at this time?
So, if you are a moderate risk taker, and let us say that you're talking about mid-age person. So, for example, let's assume the person is around 45 years of age. So, you should do rather than getting into complex asset allocation, you can just look at a thumb rule allocation. You take 80 as a number. So, 80 is the general life expectancy which you can take. You minus your age from that. So your age is 45, so you are left with 35. So that 35 will be your equity exposure.
Okay.
So it would roughly translate to 44% of your exposure would be to equity and 56% would be into debt. So this is just a thumb rule calculation back of the envelope where somebody doesn't want to do anything complicated. So I hope this helps people to factor in asset allocation.
Yeah, it certainly does help, sir, as usual. Thanks for joining us on this show today, and we would like to see you many more times on this show.
Thank you, Vedanta. Thank you.
So, guys, as usual, sir told us that you have to have three things right. First is go light on debt. Second is you have to mind your asset allocation. And third is don't disturb your financial plan unless it is absolutely essential. So you take care of all these three things, and crisis may come and go, but you have to have very high spirits so that you can navigate through hot water. Thank you. Thanks all, and hoping to see you again same time next week. Thanks. Bye.
Investment in securities market is subject to market risk. Please read the offer documents carefully before investing. V Ventura Securities Limited, its analysts and associates, with regard to the video, hereby solemnly declare and disclose that we do not have any financial interest of any nature in the company. We do not individually or collectively hold 1% or more of the securities of the company. We do not have any other material conflict of interest in the company. We do not act as a market maker in the securities of the company. We do not have any directorship or other material relationships with the company. We do not have any personal interest in the securities of the company. We do not have any past significant relationships with the company, such as investment banking or other advisory assignments or intermediary relationships. We are not responsible for the risk associated with the investment, disinvestment decision made on the basis of this video.